Kenny Hope, my man, how you doing?
I'm good, Randy. How's it going, man? Happy Friday.
I'm doing good, man. It's Friday. Let's get the weekend over here. Let's get the warm weather here in New York. Daylight savings. I think it's next week. Let's get the spring in here. I think winter has been here for far too long, bro.
Hey, man. All I know is this. It's the first week of March that passed. Groundhog saw a shadow. I think we're supposed to
Did
get
he?
6 weeks. Yeah, he saw his shadow. So
Okay.
no Bill Murray. So we saw 6 weeks of winter. So I mean, we still in winter until the 21st, man. So I feel like we.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in deception spring. If you in New York, you know what I mean. You're
Yeah,
in deception spring, and winter will be like, gotcha,
that's
my
right.
yeah.
You can follow Kenny on Twitter at Kawabunga _K_E_N. Even though I'm gonna try to convince him to change it up at some point in time. I want to be like this at Kenny Holt or at Kenny_Holt or something. It's like it's easy for me to just say it on the air. Anyway, myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Cruise Control for the official 2 out of 3 falls podcast t-shirt. There you go. ProWrestlingTees.com/Cruise Control. So if you are watching live. Oops, wrong one. Watching live on X and on YouTube, following SmackDown. Any questions, comments, feedback that you may have from SmackDown or from Raw on Monday, or even Elimination Chamber from last week, or want to talk about WrestleMania, hit us up in the chat and we'll get your question or comment on the air. So we'll be joined shortly by Cornell Gunther from WWE Games. He's been on the show for quite some time. The last couple of episodes from the Chamber, I think Raw on Monday. Great dude, great insight. So he'll be on with us shortly. So let's start backwards. Obviously, quite a few things happened on SmackDown tonight. Let's start backwards. The show just ended about 10 minutes ago with a new United States champion in LA Knight. I think once you put that in the main event, everybody just assumed that LA Knight was going to come out victorious. Okay match, doesn't really matter to me. We kind of knew the outcome, but LA Knight is your new US champion. And you told me before we went on the air something very interesting, that now in the last 2 weeks we've seen a new women's tag team champions.
Right.
We've seen now a new women's world heavyweight champion.
Correct.
And now we've seen a new men's United States champion all within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I bring it up because before the titles won't change hands as often. Now in 3 weeks, brand new champions 3 times. So what do you make of LA Knight becoming a new US champion, and this trend going on that the belt could change hands on any given show?
Well, I like how LA Knight, they gave him the opportunity to lose the title. How he had the opportunity after 4 months since November to win it. It really shows him he was dedicated to getting his title back. He made his fight, his pitches, that he will get his U.S. title back. Shinsuke Nakamura is a hell of a competitor, a hell of a wrestler, but we saw a lot of times he wasn't utilized correctly. We said this before, like we see him in the back, on the back when people are cutting promos, he would just be lurking in the shadows. We were thinking like, oh, is he looking for someone to compete about? But as champion, people want to come at it, but
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like you said before, like they didn't have nobody for him, or they just didn't know how to use him or try to like create something with him. Is there a story behind him? Can he create something with that title that makes people want to try to challenge him? I mean, I feel as though there is talent for that U.S. title, but a lot of them are in the heel category. I think a Chad Gable, Carmelo, especially Carmelo Hayes. But
Well, Chad's on Raw, right?
Yeah, he's on Raw, but I see one time he could be a U.S. champion.
Oh, probably the draft. At
Yeah,
some
in the
point in time.
draft, like they could
Yeah.
probably switch. They probably trade American Made to SmackDown. I know I'm getting a little
Mm,
ahead, but if I was to say on SmackDown, I say Carmelo Hayes might could win that. Maybe Jimmy Uso, if they was to give
true.
something, Jimmy Uso can win that. But
Hmm.
I think that I think for one, for LA Knight to get the title back, it creates more because he can he can sell himself and he can really promote himself. And I feel as though he can create himself. He can create a story or create some type of friction that could draw somebody out. He could bait someone to want to draw someone out. When he had
Hmm.
the title, he drew out Shinsuke Nakamura. So
Yeah.
I think he could draw out somebody and create another feud that might lead up to WrestleMania. But what you said before, Randy, I'm liking how they're doing this within the last 2 weeks, as you said. It
Hmm.
shows the versatility and the dedication, and it just shows you're able to just be flexible with the titles that they can win it, they can lose, but also show our wrestlers like they're able to have depth. They could be 2 time, 3 times champions, win and lose, and it's just long as there's something good behind it, a good story, something that can draw. That's the one challenging thing about it. That's so challenging.
Yeah, I feel like it shows that your champions are vulnerable. That anything can happen on any given Raw, SmackDown, PLE. A lot of us who, we do these predictions and whatnot. We always say, "Oh, she ain't losing, he ain't losing," and then you just get, "Oh shit, they lost." Like he lost, she lost, and like, "Oh shit!" Like tonight, we figured LA Knight was gonna win. Um, and now it's on to like what does Shinsuke do? I have no idea. LA Knight I would assume would be a part of the WrestleMania card. Just a matter of if it's one on one or multi man. Again, it's like we talk about WrestleMania like it's April 1st. Like,
Hmm.
oh, it's just coming. That shit is mid-April. Mid-April, like you have a whole another month and a half to build it up and talk about it. And it's like all right, so when are these match is gonna get to be official. And what is LA Knight do? I don't know, bro. Like maybe Carmelo, I could see him in that mix. As long as you don't have Jacob Fatu against LA,
Oh,
then
that's just
you
yeah,
already know what's gonna happen. So anybody but Jacob Fatu for that US title. But a
not yet.
Carmelo, um, I don't see the Miz. I'm thinking SmackDown here. Andrade,
Andrade, but
Andrade, maybe, but for WrestleMania,
I
I
can
can
see
I can see Carmelo and LA Knight.
Carmelo, LA Knight, Andrade. These are mid card competitors.
Yeah,
Even Miz, even though Miz is already have it, but Jimmy, I said Jimmy Uso. We said Jimmy
Jimmy
Uso.
Uso. Yeah,
Maybe uh
exactly.
yeah, but um
Solo.
Solo, that's a good one. Solo,
Hmm.
Tamatanga, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Nah, not yet, not yet, not
Nah,
yet.
nah, 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 nah. Okay.
Nah, nah, nah.
Well, Randy, let me ask you: do you think that as we get closer to the WrestleMania season, do you think that now the titles, all titles, minus the WWE Championship, do you think that the titles are all vulnerable to change hands, or do you think that it would be harder for the champion to try to create themselves to push themselves further into WrestleMania?
Um. So you talk about everybody who's champion now. They're walking into WrestleMania, and how many you think would change hands?
How many would change hands? And if you are a champion, do you think it's harder to try to promote yourself all the way to WrestleMania and keep that energy going after winning the title?
Yeah, it's always hard to promote yourself because you never know who the challenges are. You know how many people come and feel. It's always it's easier to be the hunter than the hunted. Like it's like Cody. Like you chased in the story and cool won a championship. Now ever since you got the fucking title, it's been like I think his his road to keeping the belt has been crazier than getting there because you're losing friends, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're getting beat up by The Rock and Cena and Travis Scott and Kevin Owens and is there so much shit that Cody's been going through for the last year. But I think Cody's belt can change hands to John. I think Jey Uso will win over Gunther, so that's 2.
Liv and Raquel, do you think they're losing their titles
No,
anytime soon? Okay.
no.
All
I
right.
think they'll have the titles for quite some time.
Braun
The
Breaker.
Braun Breaker, it depends on who's in the match with him,
If
because if it's a multi-man, you can protect them by losing the title, but without getting pinned.
mm,
So, but if it's a Logan Paul in there, if it's a Sheamus in there, if it's those that crew, I mean, I could see him winning, or keeping the title at WrestleMania. Who else we got? The SmackDown tag titles. I think that could change hands.
the SmackDown tag
I
title,
think
and
Street Profits can win that. If that's the match at Mania. Who
uh,
else we got?
that match at Barca, they got a tag team match at Barcelona next week.
Oh,
All right, so in the
man.
U.S. Championship,
Again, it depends on who. If you put LA Knight and Carmelo, I could see Carmelo winning. Then it's like, damn, LA Knight took forever to win the belt again, and then like in a month and a half he drops it. Like I don't know.
well, this brings me to this one. You got
Oh, I mean,
both.
who else we got? We got the women's
We
US,
got both. We
women's
got
US.
both. We got both. We got the Women's U.S. Championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and both WWE Women's Championship and Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, so the women's IC title,
Lyra Valkyria.
I think she keeps it. Again, it just depends who what they, Lyra, what they're gonna bring Becky back against Lyra.
If they bring Becky, she lost to Dakota Kai.
Yeah, but would you bring Becky back to come back for the women's IC title? Would you want that?
I could see that she could hold off on. She could be strong for a mid card title. I think so. The mid card title
Um,
is a decorative title.
who else we got? The Chelsea Green. No, I like Chelsea Green as a U.S. champion.
Where
Um,
uh,
Io Sky. Can she walk
big,
out WrestleMania as still champion? I think she can. I think
mm,
she can.
Rhea just had the belt since January 5th, and she lost it on Monday.
Right.
So
Because that was her only title defense, right?
that was her only title. The only time, yeah, the one against Io was the only title offense. After that,
That's
they
crazy.
hadn't wrestled. So
I think Io, at first I was saying Bianca, but there's a good 60-40 chance that Io could walk out still champion.
it's a change with events, especially what we saw tonight.
Right, which we are going to get to in a bit. And who else we are missing?
Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
Nah, I think Tiffy keeps it.
Tiffany keeps it.
I think Tiffy keeps it. My thing is,
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I think Charlotte is better in chase mode than just to come back and win the Rumble and then I get the belt. Because my thing is this: you got to play the part of, all right. If Charlotte wins, she's on SmackDown. Who's up for the running for her after that? Is it a rematch with Tiffy? Who else? Is it Nia Jax? No. Is it who else is in line to give Charlotte the run for her money? Unless you bring back Becky to SmackDown, and then you start that all over again.
Yeah, I mean, you still got. Oh no. Well, they're gonna have the draft probably after WrestleMania, but Becky will be
True.
one. It will be. Would it be too soon to have a Jade face off against Charlotte? I think that'll be too early.
And what? How many times has Tiffy defended the title?
She's only defended. I feel like she's defended against
Naya.
Nia and
And what?
Nia like Nia twice, and yeah, it was kind of hard too because
Oh, that's it.
I think it's hard because well, the women's division is on SmackDown, but a lot of it was centered towards the tag team division, and now the mid card for Chelsea Green. So if we get some advancement on like who can bump up into that heavyweight women's class, that can get that push.
But that's my point. You're gonna have Tiffy drop the title to Charlotte, and she only had 3 defenses.
Mm, good question.
Like who, who, who benefits from that? I think Tiffy long run benefits from a win at Mania than Charlotte. Um, uh, I'll say Tiffy retains that match.
Mm, that's a good one.
Yeah. What else we got here? So backwards, Cody confronted about John Cena, the whole heel turn, a very nice promo. If John was there, he'll say like fine speech. Um, John will appear on Raw on the 17th. So
St.
that's
Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. That's 2 Mondays from now. Um,
There you
I mean,
go.
the eye of Cody, really stood out.
Looking like Red from Friday when Craig and Smokey said, "Damn."
Yeah, and he said some things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the Nick game too, so at the same time,
Likewise, they're facing the Clippers.
that's right. So, um, I mean, he said some things, and it was a nice promo. Um, but I think I'm more interested to I think we're all are interested in seeing and hearing what John has to say.
More than
And
Cody.
like how does it's not what he says, it's how he delivers it. Is it really like a dickhead asshole, kind of a heel, or like Jericho when he came out with the suit on, just really on some tight button up shit. Is he corporate now? Um, so I'm really waiting for that. But I think it was a cool promo for Cody.
This promo showed that I think Cody gave us what we all were like saying like for the last week or two. Like, damn, Cody got his ass kicked. He got
Yeah,
beat. So, he came in there like, yeah, I got my ass kicked.
facts.
I got my ass kicked. As you can see, I look defeated. I feel defeated, but I'm still the champ. John
Mhm,
Cena, someone who I dedicated myself for, who I will ride with, ended up stabbing me in the back. And the Rock, I thought we were probably past that, but really it wasn't best for me. So
mhm,
Cody had a sense of really exposing himself, being vulnerable with the crowd. And that's one thing about like I feel with Cody, his vulnerability just exposes himself to the audience. But also a lot of fans can take that in and be like, all right, he's he's being real with us, he's probably connecting with it. And
yeah,
but also too, within a Cody promo, his vulnerability, you hear about it, it draws you in, but then next thing you know, he starts to ignite, gets that little fire, that passion.
mhm,
You know what? I was here, I was knocked down, I felt this way. Now I'm pissed. So
mhm,
that relates to a lot of people. You get knocked down, you get hurt, but then next thing you know, something inside you just pisses you off. Now it pisses you off. No, now you think about it. You collect yourself, now you get back. So now Cody, gives that drive, gives that, I would like to say a general, like that little general speech, like before you ride off on Bunker Hill,
mhm,
if you know what that is. But yeah, so
yeah.
I think it was good. Now, a lot of us probably thought John was going to probably be there video call and probably have an answer for that. But like I
No.
said, I think we're probably going to get that later on just for us to build it up, not to give it us too soon. So the
Well,
patience.
you think John is gonna bring it via satellite?
I think so, just to give the temptation because we all want John there, but
Mhm,
it's just giving us the appetizers. They want to still give us these side dishes, these course samples or free samples from the mall before we actually get a main course before
mhm.
WrestleMania. So it builds us up, it makes us wanting more. And We just want to hear what John has to say. So, and how he delivers it, as you said. So, the smug thug life, thugonomics. I think we're gonna get that. He's probably gonna do it via satellite.
There was a video of his TikTok earlier in the week. There was
Oh,
a video of him walking out with Trav and Rock, but he had the the Thugonomics theme song behind it. So I
yeah.
mean, is that making a return? I don't know. But I got a question for you. I got
What's up?
if John was to win, right? If John Cena was to win the championship, uh, it might be because it was a very popular thing. So this might be more like a good guy move than a bad guy. But let's see. If John was to win, would you, while he's champion only, would you have him bring back the Spinner Championship belt?
Mm. I think that would be cool for nostalgia purposes.
But if he does that, does that make people cheer for him or boo him?
I think it will probably make him cheer because people remember it. I remember people talked about they hated what they would cheer for it, but
And you're right. A lot of people did not. I didn't mind it. A lot of people did not like the belt.
yeah, they didn't like it because it just changed from the original point of like how the champion is. Because it
Yeah.
just John gave it a new way, like relating it to pop culture. So everything got to have a spinner if you
Yeah.
follow music and everything. I mean, some things I know some people thought they didn't really like it. They thought it was very tacky. It was not fitting for what the company or the champion was. But a lot has evolved. But
Did you like it?
I was like, half and half. I feel like this: the spinning championship belt only worked with John. Anybody else, it didn't really work. Like when Edge probably had it or whoever, it didn't really work.
But Edge put the Rated R logo on his.
Yeah, that's when we saw that. That's when everyone started having a touch. John Cena had the rated R. I mean, John
Mhm.
Cena had the spinning belt. Edge had the rated R belt, and
And
I don't
Punk
know,
had it too. Punk.
Punk did too. So everyone had their niche, but I kind of wanted it like kept it the old way. If John, I would have liked it if John was rocking the old heavyweight WCW belt. That would have been a lot more better.
The big gold belt.
The big gold belt. If John was rocking that during the Raw time, I would have been perfectly content with that. I mean, the belt when it was a spinning championship. So I guess this is my argument. No, I really didn't like it that much, but the spinning championship when John had it, I felt like it was very like it felt smaller. It felt very watered down from what the championship did look like.
Mhm.
Versus the big gold, like it stood out. That was like it felt like a championship belt along with the WWE title or the wing belt. When it was the spinning belt, I don't know. I feel like it looked smaller. It looked less of what it was supposed to be presented as. My point of view.
If I ask you how many years did the spinner belt last,
It lasted
what would you
from
say?
it lasted from mm, '04. I want to say '04 to 2012.
I mean, you got the amount of years correct, just different years, but 05 to 13.
I was gonna say '05. Damn.
But can you believe that belt lasted that long?
I mean, if John was in the company, no, because John was really between the pinnacle. John was from all the way from the ruthless aggression all the way to
Mhm.
starting in a new era. So that was John Cena's era. That was his company during that time. So it just moved from then. So I
Yeah.
ain't mad at it, but not my favorite belt.
So it debuted in April of 2005
That's Judge
and
in the Ring.
April 12th, 05 until February 18th, 2013. Um and I think that's when The Rock beat Punk at the Rumble, and then he brought in the other big belt with the big logo on it.
Yeah, the
Um,
Universal Championship.
the big logo belt. The Rock debuted the big logo belt on February 18th of 2013. All right. Wow, that was yeah. Surprised that the belt lasted that long.
Did you like the belt, Randy?
Yeah, the belt I did not like was the one that Brock had. The Brock JBL Eddie Guerrero belt. That's
Oh,
the
that one?
belt. Yeah, I wasn't no, I wasn't a fan of that one.
That one? So was that the one that Brock had when he faced off against the Undertaker in '02 when he won from The Rock?
Yeah, that's
Undisputed title?
exactly the one Hogan had, and then Taker had, and then Brock, and then JBL, Eddie Guerrero, like Kurt Angle. That's the one Kurt Angle walked in with at WrestleMania 19. Like that belt was like,
I actually like that one. That belt was
I
all
like
right.
Spinner more than that one.
You like the spinner belt in that?
Yes, I do.
If we was to say the favorite
I mean, we all know who the GOAT is. That's that's that's
98
undisputed.
GOAT, but if I was to, okay, yeah, 98 WWF wing title belt, but
Yes.
I know that's from your era. That's always good, but I always like the one Triple H had in 2000.
Yeah, the bigger wing.
Bigger win
That's
wing.
dope too.
That was, yo, I could say this. Well, we already did this before. When you see the 97, 98 title, who's the first person that comes to your mind that wears that championship?
The night. So the 97, 98. That's the wing eagle.
The original Wing Eagle. Matter of fact, yeah, let's do that. Original Wing Eagle. What's the first champion, first person that's come to your mind that wears that belt?
The first champion.
First person that comes to your mind that wears that belt.
It's a lot. It is. I mean,
Comes to your mind.
Brett.
Okay. 2000 new Wing Eagle belt. Who's the first champion that comes to your mind that wears that?
Probably Stone Cold or Triple H, because Stone Cold ushered that belt in.
Okay. 2002 Big Gold Championship. Champion that wears that belt.
Triple H or Batista.
That's a good one. Spinner Championship debut.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't see
John Cena.
Universal Championship. Big Red Universal Championship.
The that's tough. Big the red strap Universal Championship. Oh man, that didn't last that long, right?
That didn't, yeah, but
Probably God, Roman Reigns. I know Goldberg had it, KO had it. I know Finn had it for one night.
Yeah. Big Blue.
Brock had it.
Yeah.
The blue one probably Roman.
All right. The current, I already probably know that. The Raw Universal Champion. Wait, unless they,
which is the Gunther belt, the World Heavyweight.
World Heavyweight Championship. That's on Raw. First champion.
Seth Rollins.
The infamous SmackDown. The ones that's on SmackDown, the World WWE Championship, Heavyweight Champion.
Come on, man. Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns.
Side quest. 97 to 99 or 2000s. What women's championship?
97 to 99?
Well, when did the women's heavyweight championship develop? The WWF Women's Championship.
I know talking about
that one.
I'm probably gonna say China.
Probably
say China. Stephanie McMahon.
I was gonna say either Lita or Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, Lita, yeah. Or yeah, Lita, Trish, those. Hold on.
Stephanie McMahon, Helmsley,
and China, yeah.
China. Women's Raw champion.
So what belt is that? That's the one now?
That's the no. Well, this is like I would say what 2013, 2013, 2014.
They still had Divas back then, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, that Divas.
the Divas Championship.
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, the AJ
AJ
Lee,
Lee.
come back, AJ.
Yeah.
2000 Raw's Women's World Heavyweight Champion or Women's Raw Champion.
Which is the one now?
No. This was, remember they had SmackDown's Women's Champion and Raw's Women's Champion.
Yeah,
Remember?
Raw probably.
This was like 2013. This is when they were like red and blue.
Okay, so now I think you're confusing me because that did not come in till 2016. I think that the WrestleMania that Steph came out, and then this the one that Charlotte won in the triple threat with Sasha, I think Becky.
Okay, yeah, I was
right?
okay. I may be confusing my years.
So either one of those is probably gonna be Charlotte, probably just the SmackDown one, and I
Okay.
think Becky is the Raw one.
WWE, I guess the current one now, women's championship. That's I guess the one SmackDown. That's on SmackDown now.
Probably Rhea.
Rhea.
Oh, the SmackDown one?
The SmackDown one. The one's on SmackDown, not the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I think the one on SmackDown is called the WWE Women's
Championship,
and the one on Raw is the Women's Heavyweight Championship.
It's a lot of belts, bro. It's like, oh shit.
Hey,
my fucking brain is like, oh.
Hey man, it just brings back. It just gets it circulating. I think you will put. I can put Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's in
for that one, and for the women's, Rhea. Heavyweight is Rhea. No, but if it's between Rhea or Liv, Rhea or Liv.
Talk to me about the Jade, Bianca, Naomi. So Naomi finally admits it that she did it for Bianca because she felt Jade was, leeching off of her success and this and that, and then like she felt disrespected or she felt underappreciated, and like we thought Bianca was going to be in on it, but they played the role safe to keep Bianca in good spirits. And now Naomi is the heel. She said, "You ungrateful bitch," and then Jay came out. She attacked Naomi. So now the turn is there. We now know it's Naomi. Was no cahoots at the current time. She did it by herself, and she's the one that attacked Jade Cargill. So now, that kind of frees up Bianca to go to this possible triple threat match at Mania, and now you have Jade and Naomi on this side. So, what did you make of how it was done? Did you like the execution of it?
Yes, and I would like to say, if so, I apologize, Bianca, because
that's right.
I apologize.
Yeah, we apologize, Bianca.
We apologize, Bianca. I mean, it would have made it great. It would have made it so great, but you know what? You're innocent. And honestly, as much as I wanted to see the Shawn and Triple H angle, Naomi did a good job. She gave us respect to her new background. She followed suit to Rikishi Fatu. Like, you're right. I did it. She admitted it to running over Stone Cold to The Rock. She said to Bianca, I did it. It really showed. They really built up within them in fashion choice, like dressed in all black. Before they were dressed in all white. Now they came out all black. Someone had a funeral, and I think the funeral was the end.
But did you notice that at Chamber, Bianca and Naomi were dressed in white?
They were innocent angels. They were innocent angels, and Jade came out in all white, but her white had blood on it. So the blood of what was injured. So whatever, the blood that she shed when she was taken out by Naomi.
But do you think that's the storytelling? Like, hey, like we're telling you something here. I don't know if you guys are picking up on it, but like I said, Naomi and Bianca were in white. Jay was in black at Chamber. But now on SmackDown, Jay's in the white with the blood on it, but Bianca and Naomi are in black. It could be nothing or it could be something.
Yeah, it's like visual signals if you're paying attention. I think also Bianca's still probably not done with this. She's still involved. Her involvement is still in this. even though it just cancels her out as one of the culprits. But Bianca came out, Jade. They tremendous skills, like
Yeah.
leading it in, like a friendship broken. Naomi did a good job just telling about, Jade came in. I felt though she was taking over you. I did this for you. She was coming in. I was here longer than someone named Jay's gonna come in and take my place. She's gonna take what we had. I'm the one that came in and stepped in. After everything, Bianca let it be known that, Jade was my girl, but
Yeah.
Naomi, we built a friendship because when Jade was out, we spent those months together, like 4, 6 months, about 4 or 6 months, just building the tag titles. We fought together, we ride together, but then, Naomi's like, you owe me. It's like, on a sense, like, you owe me, Bianca, for everything. Like, I put aside for you. I helped you get to this level. Then when Jade came out, did you notice she attacked Naomi, when she gave her finisher, she yelled out Bianca's last name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so I don't think this is over between. So Naomi's like, I owed you, and now you owe me. So it's gonna go down somewhere down the line. I think this triangle of friendship is not over yet. Somehow Jade, when she passed Bianca, I don't know. I feel as though she's not done with her at either. And
Nah, because Bianca was like, "Yo, man, you kind of like saying, I feel you. Go get her. Like, I'm not stopping you.
but
Like she fucked up.
she did. But also, too, what does Jade really also have to say to Bianca as well? Like,
I think if I had to nitpick, the only thing that I would have, again, maybe it pops up. Maybe it pops up later on. But it's like, you know, we're accustomed to, if somebody did something, or, what's the angle? Like, why is he or she off TV? But then there's some evidence to it too.
right?
Like, again, I don't know if they're going to show it at some point in time, but just Naomi to admit it and then Jade attack her. Like, at some point in time, Jade must have saw something that made her say, you know what, damn, it was Naomi. She can't go by hearsay. Yo, it was Naomi. Oh, trust me, it was Naomi. I saw her. All right, you have to see something. Where's the video? Where's the like the shit that the Nick Aldis was showing? Oh, but I have evidence. All right, where's the rest of it for
Yeah.
the audience to show? Because my thing is, I thought it was gonna build. No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. No, she bugging. Oh, I'm bugging. What's that? Then
Mm.
then then the audience sees. Oh, it's crazy. She pushed her. Like, I was waiting for that. Again, I'm hoping that they. My thing is this: if you show it now, yeah, she already admitted it.
Yeah, it would have been nice if possibly if Naomi would have denied it, but then
Yeah,
probably Jade would have came out and showed the video evidence, like actually show what had happened. Like, I feel like the fans are still wanting to see the cameras. We're hearing Naomi admit to
yeah.
saying that she pushed her or so, but it's even though she admitted, do you feel like her admitting is still kind of like forced? Like, I did it, damn, all right. Like, she did that. Do you feel like it's
I
still kind of
mean,
ominous?
if we are nitpicking, I think because Mania is still a little far away, they could have held off. Like, she could have, if Bianca wanted answers, Naomi could have been like showing that she's stressed out from being attacked. I can't talk right now. I'm just too much going on, man. I'll give you an answer when just prolong, and like finally, boom, I didn't do it. She's bugging, and then Jade has to show the world, why she went for Naomi at Chamber when she and then she tells Liv, I know you ain't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you know it wasn't Liv? That's what I'm saying. Like, when are you going to portray that on the screen, like for the storytelling aspect?
Yeah, because Jay just came out there and just gave hands and feet again. But
That's like you telling me you ran. I know you did it. A word? How you know? How do
so
you know, bro? How do you know?
so this might also cancel out that what if Naomi had to admit it because she's still saving face for someone.
For what?
Maybe she's saving face for someone because if the person that comes forward is the actual culprit, it will just be
But who else would it be besides Bianca?
it will have to be something because if someone was to push her, that means Jay didn't see who it was. Especially if we know that Naomi, she's a great competitor, but she wasn't strong. She wasn't the one to pick up Jade and legit toss her on the roof of that car. But if it was signaled that a push, that means Jade was unaware and she was not looking. So this was a blind attack, not like straight to your face, like I knew it attack. If she was legit
Yeah,
pushed. So
true.
so what if Naomi's doing a is taking the brunt force of it just for someone to get into those positions or that limelight or
Mhm.
trying to get so a culprit it might could be our possible culprit even though we
Yeah.
apologized before but because if you notice it's something about Bianca when she came out to the ring she wasn't her her usual self. She didn't come out happy so wearing all black the funeral like it's going to be interesting these next few weeks and
Yeah.
how the response is, because if so, she's not interacting with the crowd, not, smiling, no hair twirling. So I'm like, Bianca, you all right? Was something changing? Is everything, are they going to connect this story with now on Raw with Io Sky and Rhea?
Mhm.
So everything's
Which
going
could play a role too, because now with Bianca knowing
to, hmm
and all that, does that affect her match at Mania, like, where Naomi's like, all right, you still don't you still didn't appreciate me. I'm gonna cost you the championship match now.
yeah, I did that for you. So, oof.
Imagine
And,
that.
and getting Rhea involved with that too. Because Rhea now doesn't have any friends.
True, but I don't think Rhea would get involved in that.
No, no, well, I'm saying like involving herself in the match because now she's like, Rhea feels like Bianca's the one that may have cost her the title because, or maybe because, her focus, she felt that Bianca wanted Io instead of facing off her. I'm not saying
Mhm.
Rhea was the one to take
Yeah.
down Jade, but everything that's going on, it's going to like, it's all connected in like a web. They're
Hmm.
all connected in the web, and the web is all connected to Bianca in some way.
Yeah.
So it's all, and they're all connected together. They're all gonna like running course each other in some type of trajectory as well.
Hmm.
Which
Um, I think I thought. Listen, the performance, the acting was well done by Naomi
very
and
good,
Bianca.
very.
Yeah, you saw real tears from Naomi.
Yo,
Um,
I was like,
I
wow,
was like, wow,
we getting some real
she's,
acting.
and I don't know about the Bianca, but she was, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, and she's getting all
Hey,
emotional
Trinity,
and
stop this!
stop it.
I was
I
like,
need
oh,
answers. And then Jay just is, Jay, it should go out there, kick your ass, and just now it's like, all right, now what do we do for the next month? Obviously we have a couple shows in overseas for the Raw, SmackDown. So I think it's very important that Jade, one, speaks, and then two, there's some video evidence of it, because again, obviously, if you're reenacting this or doing the actual bidding, I- are they really going to show Jade being pushed onto a car windshield? I don't know, but they gotta get creative. Like,
yeah,
how does
yeah,
someone Naomi going to push Jade or someone off of this, and show her like that's a heavy fall. So I listen, if they can pull that off, um, then that'll be. I think what they could do, they're probably going to show Naomi push her, but from like far away from a security camera, and then Jade's gonna go off, but she probably land on something like a mattress or some shit. But then they show her on the car. So yeah, but still, like, just show me something. Show me
some actual thing where we
that
can.
has to be a high fall too.
Yeah, it looked well. It looked like it was from a high loading point of the back of
Yeah,
the dock
yeah,
and landed right on the SUV. So she pushed, fell back, and landed on it. So
yeah,
that will really sell it more if you do so. I think we might see that wishful
yeah,
thing. I think
yeah.
we're going to see that, and I'm interested to see how they're going to do with the women's division and create these stories.
Well, since you mentioned that, I got two quick points before I get you out of here. The rumor,
What's up?
Graham and I did mention, not saying it was going to happen, but we asked a question why there wasn't a second Evolution PLE.
Mm,
We brought it up on the January 24th episode. Whenever the why it was brought up, I brought it up for some reason. I got to go back, but now the rumor is that they're trying to bring an Evolution 2 um for the summer. I think in early July. So let's just say one, it does come back. I think they have a really good roster. You can have like 7, 8, 9 matches just off the women alone and give them their time and their shine. Because now with all this going on, it's like, hey, do do you- do we need, for example, do we need a Bianca and Rhea to happen at Mania when it can happen at Evolution too,
mm,
or the Jade and whatever has to happen at this, but we can do it at Evolution too. Like the roster is so deep and everything. Like I think they could pull it off. I think they should do it. But it was nice to see that it's in the ether of it could happen. I think it might happen. I think it said July 5th on a
yeah, July
Saturday.
4th, yeah.
But yeah,
Fourth.
just go up and down the roster. Like you can shit 3
Yeah,
hours worth.
3 hours worth match worthy.
Yeah,
5 stars. What? Hell yeah.
and that's what
So
I'm saying. Like it just um, and then we spoke about why we thought Evolution 1 happened. And I think it was the midst of the Ronda Rousey. She was there, her fame and crossing over from the UFC. Um, and we read the card off that day, and a couple performers who were there are still in the company today. So obviously some aren't and some are. But I mean, look at Rhea, Bianca. Obviously, Becky might be back by that time. Charlotte, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky,
Zoe,
Valkyria,
Zoe Stark,
Zoe, Chelsea Green. Like you have a fucking roster to pull this off, and I hope they do it. I hope the rumor is true, because that Evolution was what, 2018, 7 years
28.
ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So yeah, like what's good? What's popping? Because I don't know what's in between. I know SummerSlam is the first week of August, and I
Yeah,
think June is, what's the June pay per view?
King of the Ring.
Oh, King and Queen.
Oh yeah, King and Queen of the Ring in June.
Let me see if you're correct, sir.
Yeah, because after WrestleMania is Backlash, then Judgment Day, King of the Ring, fully loaded.
Okay, I see Evolution. Uh, uh, hold up. So Mania, April,
Okay.
draft, Saturday night main event in May in Tampa,
Tampa Bay, Florida, for people in Florida.
and NXT Battleground in May, and then Evolution. So there is no King Queen
Not
that I
yet.
see, bro. I'm looking at it right now.
Dang.
Um, at the Evolution would be Backlash, or maybe Backlash might be June in France. We don't
No.
know. Money in the Bank will be after. And then they got NXT Great American Bash. another Saturday main event, NXT Heat Wave, and then SummerSlam, and then the Clash in Paris, France on August 31st. So they're gonna need something in between that time to fill up. So I
Yeah.
think Evolution would be the prime show to have.
I think they're doing a lot more. They're gonna probably show a lot more on Netflix and a lot more probably on USA for SmackDown because
Yeah,
that's why we're probably seeing a lot more less of the PLEs because they're trying to show more on the Netflix, show more on Netflix and the commercial shows,
hmm
build more, and they're giving a lot of push to the NXT, which I respect. But
yeah.
yeah,
You can bring up some NXT people up. So Roxanne Perez, like it's a whole
Jade.
Jade Naomi. Like, hey,
So I think that the evolution I'm really interested to see because it's about time because because the women good, the women always are good, they always perform. They just really sometimes I feel like a lot of the time maybe cut because it
yeah,
takes over from the men. But within this time we're gonna have them, I feel like it'll be a lot more relaxed and a lot more they can flow a lot more and better without trying to crash it all in within 12 or 15 minutes of the show,
yeah,
at the end of the show or within. So I'm really
facts.
interested to see that. And I think with that, we might see some rising stars. We might even have the new NXT women. They might either. I feel as though a prediction's coming. I think we're gonna have. We might have a like we had the men's alliance. We might even at Evolution. We might have the up and comers. We might get a women's nexus
hmm
or women's type of clash with the up and coming. And I'm ready for it. You got Jakara Jackson versus Bianca.
hmm
Wade versus Jordan Grace. Like, come
Okay,
on.
yeah,
Can you
that'd be
imagine
tough.
Rhea versus Cora Oh my God,
Oh,
come
yeah,
on.
Cora Jade, yeah,
That would be, I'm all for
or
that.
Jada Parker,
Jada Parker put her against Bailey,
Bailey, yeah.
Liv Morgan. Who will Liv face off against?
I want to see Liv against Alexa though.
Alexa Bliss?
Yeah,
Well, I think that might be a match we might get at Mania.
unless it's tag team titles. Alexa and somebody else against Liv and Raquel.
Her and Nikki Cross. No, not Nikki. Yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
yeah, Nikki
Maybe
versus Raquel.
I mean
But
she kind of needs somebody big to go up against Raquel, right?
yeah, but what if Liv and Alexa may face off individually? Because what
I'm
the
cool.
if we have the Wyatt Six mess with the Judgment Day?
hmm
So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
My last point. We're beginning to see names for the Hall of Fame. So official is Triple H. We knew that a month ago,
Hunter,
and then that was the only one until today, right? Lex Luger,
Lex Luger, the
the
total
total
pack.
package. Lex Luger going into the Hall of Fame. Congrats to him. I did see like some rumors that I think I saw there was a rumor. Don't quote me. You know that the rumor was that the natural disasters were going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's earthquake and typhoon. So me, that's my era.
That
You know,
is. At first,
and
I
I'm
was.
like,
How do you feel about that?
uh, I- you're not gonna put the natural disasters over demolition. We're not doing that. Demolition. I'm not saying earthquake and typhoon are not Hall of Famers. Depends on who you ask. But we tell me, hey, earthquake, typhoon, or demolition. I'm putting fucking demolition in before those guys.
Mm,
That's just me. And listen, there's a whole plethora of people who should be in this Hall of Fame that are not in currently. But not taken away from Luger. I think Luger deserves it. Long time coming with what he's been dealing with. Um,
yeah.
seeing again in real time, seeing him in the company in 1992, 93, Lex Express, the whole Yokozuna thing, Body Slam, WrestleMania, Bret Hart, Royal Rumble. And then what? He had like a 2 year the narcissist with the mirrors at our WrestleMania 9. Um, but most are gonna recall him from WCW, so which is fine. Sting, NWO, Hogan, those the Giant, total package, beating Hogan on Nitro for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's what I remember from Lex, Wolfpack, NWO Wolfpack, Lex Luger. Um, so congrats to him. I'm interested to see who else they're gonna put in this roster. Because right now it's just Hunter and Lex. So they gotta have at least 3 more people in this thing.
All right, Randy, hot fire. Favorite Lex Luger match?
Oh boy, Lex Luger match.
I got some hot fire for you. Be ready.
It's probably gonna be the Hogan match. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and say I recall his whole career every match by match. I'm not. But just off rip, the world title match against Hogan on Nitro.
Best Lex Luger moment. It could have been either you seen him do or off screen. Favorite on screen or so like moment that stood out.
When he debuted on Nitro.
Mm.
I mean, meaning leaving World Wrestling Federation to come on Nitro and spark the whole wars. Yeah.
Okay. Dream opponent you would have liked to see Lex Luger face.
In what company?
Okay, both WCW and WWE.
I think in WCW he might have fought everybody. He fought Hogan, Hall, Nash. Maybe I know he fought Flair. He fought Sting. Malenko. Did he fight DDP?
I don't think he did.
I know he fought Macho Man.
Yeah.
Maybe DDP. Did he fight Goldberg? I think he fought Goldberg. And you know what's crazy? I'm glad. I don't know. You probably know because you're on social. They got the YouTube page now.
Yeah, WCW
World Championship Wrestling. I'm like, oh,
on YouTube.
I'm gonna check that out. If it's a WWF at the time,
Attitude Era and up, yeah.
Probably Shawn, Lex Luger. In that time frame, probably Shawn, maybe a Hunter. I'm looking at his body frame, his physique. Like, do I want him in Kane? Do I want him in Taker? Do I want him in Mankind? Do I want him in Triple H? Do I want him in Ken Shamrock? Do I want him in Bret Hart? Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin? Like, it's not really a dream match for me for Luger with those guys, but it would have been nice to see him scrap with one of those guys.
Okay. What is one belt from WWE would you, besides the World Heavyweight Champ, would you think that Lex could have like stood out more? Like, would you have given him more reigns as?
I mean, you only give me one choice. IC title. He was tag champion, and he was never world heavyweight champion. Okay. So you telling me IC title in the era of the Razors and Shawn and Jeff Jarrett and Goldust and those guys, which by the way, Goldust should be in the Hall of Fame. So that's a different conversation because I think his character was probably the most underrated and underappreciated, if that makes sense to say in one sentence for Goldust.
Very unique, I'll tell you that.
Because that character was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really understood it like that.
And Dustin could perform.
And he could wrestle. And it was like watching him like, oh shit, who the fuck is Goldust with the wig and the glitter, and then he had
the Shattered Dreams.
What's the girl he was with?
He was with
Marlena, right?
Marlena. He was with Marlena, Terry Runnels.
Yeah.
Ryan Shamrock.
Yeah. Now his character was really OD. Like at some point in time, when that time comes for future Hall of Famers or going down the well into the into the 90s Attitude Era. That's one name that gets lost in the shuffle. With you're gonna mention Shawn, Hunter, Taker, Stone Cold, Rock, Kane, Mankind, those guys, Edge, Hardys. Like Goldust was like that dude before all of that even happened. He was beefing with Razor, and then Roddy Piper, the Hollywood Backlot Brawl, WrestleMania 12,
Mm-hmm.
multiple time Intercontinental Champion, just the physique and just the aura that he had, and he was in the card of like main eventing and all that, but like he gets lost in that time frame. Like, hey, don't forget about me. I get it, but nah, Goldust was that dude, bro.
He definitely was.
Um, with the Luger stuff, if I had to pick, if you gave me the pen to pick three more people to put in this year,
Who would you pick?
um, I think overall Demolition has to go in.
Demolition, that's one.
I think Owen Hart should be in.
Or Peter Owen.
Um, Vader is in, right? Vader. Oh, Sid, Psycho Sid.
Oh, I feel
I
like
think
Sid,
Sid
I
should.
think Sid is in.
No, I mean, no. I think he's not in.
Hold up.
I don't think he's. Hold on, I'm checking. Vader might have gotten in the
Oh yeah,
last.
2002.
Who?
Oh wait, it was announced that he would be inducted, and so Vader's not in the Hall of Fame.
So Vader nor Sid
I'm
is in the
about
Hall
to
of Fame.
let me see. Sid Vicious.
So I would go. You got Hunter. You got Lex.
Yeah, he's not in yet.
Hold up. I saw somebody else get in before. I know I'm not bugging. Hall of Fame 2025. Oh, okay. So we got Triple H, Michelle McCool, and Lex
Mm,
Luger.
right, Taker's wife.
And what I'm seeing is that the natural disasters is, I think the tag team that might get in.
Mm,
But you ask me, Demolition got to get in. And I think Demolition gets a bad rap because people just look at them as like a LOD ripoff,
hmm
Road Warriors. But Demolition is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. The theme music goes crazy. The outfits with the Jason type mask with the spikes. They had three dudes, probably not one of those tag teams that had three members. Um, the rivalry with LOD, the Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
I remember that. The Heart Foundation with Demolition at SummerSlam 90. The 2 out 3 falls match they had for the tag team titles.
Ding.
One of my favorite tag team title matches of all time. Um, they were on quite a few WrestleManias, Nasty Boys, and they were around for a while. I just don't. I know there's some off the court, off the ring type stuff going on with them and the company, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me the natural disasters get in before Demolition.
Mm. Hey, shake up the roots, man. Shake up the roots.
Come on, man. You can't even tell me one natural disaster match.
When you first said it, I'm sorry because I'm probably still young. I was like, "You talking about? Why you
I'm
talking about?"
Again, I'm not saying they shouldn't get in. I'm just saying Demolition just goes above them. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you got the proof and the accolades for it. So, hey, I was gonna
Who your top five favorite? Last point. Your top five favorite tag teams of all time.
top 5 favorite tag teams of all time.
That's right.
I'm going the Dudley Boys as number 1. Bubba Ray and Devon.
So that's your number one. That's your favorite tag team of all time.
Favorite tag team,
All
Bubba
right.
Ray and Devon.
Dudley Boys. All right.
Dudley
Who else we got?
Boys. Um, trying to switch it up. I will go them.
No, I want don't switch up. I want your favorite. Like
Oh,
just
Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian,
okay.
the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna pick the same three.
Yeah, but
I hear you.
um, who is it? Diesel and Razor wasn't. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Diesel and Sean,
Yeah, excuse me. Diesel and
two
Sean.
two two dudes with attitude, some shit
Yeah,
like that. Okay.
Diesel and Sean was good. I like Diesel and Sean. And believe it or not, I thought they worked well. It was just very short.
Who? Jericho.
No,
Okay, damn.
it was Austin and Hunter.
Oh, the
Power trip.
2-man power trip.
2 men power trip. Like despite it
Okay.
all, like I feel as though they got short because Hunter got injured,
Yeah,
but they
with the
were
quad.
very they were like ruthless and they were just very aggressive. Like we never seen a force like this, like as them working together as a tag team.
Yeah.
And I like them when they worked together as a tag team. They were just working together, coinciding, like, and they were just, they worked well. They had skilled
Hmm.
moves, and it was the first time seeing that. Especially they beat Taker. Well, no, what made me a fan really was they joined forces, and then they beat the Hardys like crazy. Like,
Hmm.
that was really so. I was like, man, these guys are being aggressive, ruthless, just like that. So it's just sad we didn't see more of that down the line.
Oh man. I'm gonna go with. I'm going to go with Heart Foundation.
Mm.
I'm going to go with the New Age Outlaws.
Uh and I was just thinking about them like they should be in the Hall of Fame, but I
They're
don't know
they're
if
not. They're not
they're not.
right.
No, they're not, but
They should be soon.
they should be. But I feel like they could have had a lot more tag title reigns, but
They
they
had like
did.
6, 7.
I feel like they could have gone double figures. They could at least gone double figures instead of
Well, they broke up and this and that, so it
that.
was a lot going on with the DX stuff. So
Billy hurt his Billy dislocated his shoulder, had no
injuries.
way out. Yeah, injuries. That was really that turned that made the Outlaws break up.
I'm Heart Foundation
The way
Outlaws.
Outlaws.
I might have to fuck with the Usos,
Mm,
and I know you forgot the Usos.
I did. I was thinking too much nostalgia, so that's my.
Um, I mean, I said earlier Demolition, so I might as well put Demolition on there. Um, if I had to pick one more tag team, oh boy, tag team. It's like I know I'm forgetting a lot, and I'm thinking more. I'm trying to give love to the modern, but also give love to the back in the day.
Yeah,
But if I got 3 back in the day, right? Demolition, Hard Foundation, Outlaws,
yeah. So what's
and
your?
one modern
You said
Uso.
the
So
Usos. Yeah, one modern Uso. So you want one more modern men or women?
no, I'll go with the men. Shit. I mean, you could pick New Day. I mean, but is that my favorite?
No,
Probably not.
but they're definitely up there
Of
with the
of,
tag
of
teams.
course, of course.
Um,
Tag team. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Hall and Nash, Outsiders.
mm, the Outsiders.
Yeah. No, I give WCW some love. Hall and Nash, Outsiders. Yes, sir.
I should have said.
Who
I should have said the Filthy Animals.
who I forgot? Oh
Oh,
God. Edge Christian, Dudley's, Hardys. Um, I really want to pick rated RKO, but that was very, very short, very, very short stint.
the Steiner brothers.
Steiner Brothers,
Uh,
Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat, the Four Horsemen.
Who were the tag team? Oh,
Well,
you mean like Telly Blanchard and
yeah,
Arn?
yeah, them, yeah.
Oh, the Brain Busters,
The Brainbusters, and
the
then
Rockers. You fuck with the Rockers.
The Rockers. I mean, I know about them, but you saw them more than I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, they were all right. They were cool.
Yeah, and then you had the Radicals, but I
The
don't.
Radicals.
The Radicals never really won a tag team gold.
Hardy Boys were more like the modern day Rockers.
Yeah, and they did turn on each other like the Rock.
Exactly. Exactly. Who else
Too
am
cool.
I
You got
forgetting?
Too Cool.
No, no,
TNA.
no,
Godfather and D'Lo Brown.
no. Tag team,
Al
tag team.
Snow. Al Snow. Steve
No,
Blackman. All right.
no. Tag
The,
team champions.
oh,
I think we probably mentioned the best ones.
Mike Awesome, Buff Bangwell.
It's Buff Bagwell, not
Bagwell.
Bangwell, right?
That's Buff
That was
Bagwell.
crazy. Buff Bangwell. Hold on. If I'm keeping it for the WWE, let's see. Oh yeah, Legion of Doom. Yeah,
Legion of
the
Doom.
LOD. Yeah, damn. New Day Usos, the Rockers, the Mega Powers, Rock and Roll Express, Wild Samoans, the Road Warriors, the Brothers of Destruction, Demolition Outlaws. Yeah, I mean we kind of got the gist of it. So
Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin.
oh yeah, I definitely I forgot about those guys.
The
The real Americans.
the real Americans,
Oh
the un-American. You
wow,
mean the un-Americans?
the Un-Americans. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
the un-Americans. Lance
Un-Americans.
Storm, Christian, R.I.P. Test.
Wow.
Boom. Oh God, they were just on.
You forgot somebody?
There's a lot. The Guerreros,
Okay.
Chavo and Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Um, here's one. Las Quisadores.
Oh yeah. Well, on that note, on
Ay,
that,
sí, señor.
oh you forgot Team Hell No. On that note, follow
Hell
Kenny
to the no.
on social media at Cowabunga _K_E_N. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music whenever I get time to upload it. YouTube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control for the brand new 2 out of 3 Falls podcast t-shirt. prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control. Again, show some love and support for your boys on the program. We should be back on Monday night. I think Kenny is going to the Garden for Monday Night Raw, so
Yep.
he will not be joining us, but I'll figure the rest out with probably Terrence and Cornell, who was unable to make it tonight with some, Wi-Fi issues. But hopefully, we'll get him on Monday night, following a very interesting Raw. My guy, are you excited?
I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. That's gonna lead up to WrestleMania.
That's right.
Live shows are pretty good. I'm just interested to see what we're gonna see and how I interact with the crowd and we all get that reaction together.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching on TV because Michael Cole tells a story and invests me in. But
Yeah.
then I'm like watching it live. I'm like, dang, I wonder what Michael Cole, I wonder what the commentators are saying.
Yeah.
The builders, like, how are their reactions? But my reaction with the crowd, we'll all like have it together. We'll just be shocked. We like, oh, and we just feel the energy
Mm-hmm.
of the arena. It's a little different. When you go to a live show, you feel the energy, feel the energy in the crowd. Everyone just feels it. When you see it on TV, you just
Yeah.
shocked, and then the commentating just enhances it more and just makes it real profound.
Facts. Well, listen, man. Enjoy Raw on Monday.
Yeah.
Should be some very interesting things going on. The main event will be the steel cage, CM Punk,
Oh,
Seth Rollins. Maybe you get the reappearance of Roman Reigns, which can set up the WrestleMania triple threat match with Roman, Seth, and Punk. What else you got on Raw? There's something else going on Raw, right?
you have, I think, Finn facing off against
Braun, right? Braun
Braun
Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Tag team. I want to say tag team championship match.
Oh, I think Logan and AJ are gonna be there.
Logan and AJ are facing. He got challenged, so
Okay.
that'll be interesting to see Logan, AJ. But I think we're gonna see Jay. I think Jay's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, come on.
Jay's
The
facing off
Heat in the Garden go crazy.
Jay's facing off against not Austin Theory,
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
You can't wait for that.
Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee is facing off against the New Day.
Oh, and that tornado tag.
Tornado tag match.
Tornado tag.
We haven't seen a tornado tag match in a minute.
It's crazy. Kenny Hope, my man, love you, bro. Appreciate you. Enjoy Raw on Monday night at the Garden. And I mean, you know, that you probably be home late, but I know we'll catch up sometime next week, probably after SmackDown next Friday.
I'm gonna keep Cowabunga Ken alive, baby.
Oh man,
I can't change it, baby. Come on.
I hear him. All right, fellas.
Ken, now I'm Cowabunga Ken.
We'll see. I'll give you one more month with that.
One more month. Hey, y'all, let us know which one should I do.
All right, man. Take it easy. I appreciate you.
All right,
bet.